Alright guys, I'm going to bring you a short review on a camera I've been using for years. The last 3 years I've been using this Stealth g42ng, no glows. It's one of the best cameras I've had in years. They run about right around 113 to 140 bucks a piece, but it's well worth your money. 12 megapixels, does HD video, 100-foot range. And the best thing is the no glow. You can absolutely see no glow at all, even at night when it snaps the pictures. The qualities I like about it, it's got the low light performance, which is nice. It's got the matrix blur reduction, which I don't ever get any blurry pictures unless that deer is completely within 6 inches of the camera. Trigger speed, you never miss. If anything, it's almost a little bit too fast at times, but most of the time it's right dead on. Multi-zone, the distance. Here's another good feature I like about this. The geotag, track and recall your favorite locations with optional GPS tagging. You got your active time setting, your triad 3-in-1, your time lapse with PIR override, HD video from 10 to 180 seconds, and high resolution still images. Quick set, that's another key component of this camera. You have your 3 quick sets, and then you have a optional set to where you can set the settings yourself what you want it to be. Burst mode, and it goes from anywhere from 1 to 9 exposures. And here is probably the best thing that I chose for this camera, is I'm tired of getting trail cameras stolen. You know, you invest a lot of money in trail cameras and they get stolen. Well, Stealth, I don't know if this was their first model, I think, that had the secure lock. You can put a password on this camera when you're setting it up. You don't have to have it on there, but I prefer it. Because if somebody's going to steal my camera, I want to make damn sure that they ain't going to be able to use it. You know what I mean? And also with that geotag, you can basically track it down where it's at using that geotag. But this secure lock, what it is a 4-digit code that you set up, and anytime you open that door and want to check your pictures, it's going to ask you for that 4-digit security code every single time, which is nice. And then the battery life. Battery life is unbelievable. And I'm going to give you guys all this, a wise tip on battery life on any camera. Okay, I started out when I first started buying trail cameras, buying cheap batteries. You know, $3-4 a package, you know, the cheapies. And what I noticed is, for one, it was diminishing my camera pictures. Meaning they were not so much ruining the camera, but the pictures became more non-HD, so to speak. I use nothing but Duracell. Sometimes I'll use energizers or rechargeable lithium batteries. But most of the time I use Duracell. And Duracell will last you, depending on what kind of mode you're using this. If you're just doing high resolution still cam pictures, they will last you up to close to 6 months to a year without changing the batteries out. That is a key component in using trail cameras today. Everybody wants to get trail cameras, and then they go out and they buy cheapy batteries and then wonder why their camera dies, within a month. They get back to check it and it's dead. All those cheap batteries is the problem. If you're going to buy an expensive trail camera, use what it takes to run it. And then on the SD card, I use anywhere from a 4 gig to a 32 gig on this. It will take up to a 64 gig, it says. I've never used 64 gigs. But I advise, to me, still 3 years later, I still see this as, in my eyes, the best camera on the market. By hands down. Once you see the pictures, the nighttime and daylight, you'll never go back. I'm not saying there's better cameras out there or worse cameras, but for me, I found my gold mine right here. And it's worth every penny of what we pay for them. So go out and check out the G42ng. They also make this in a camo pattern. I do have one. But definitely go out, check out Stealth Cam G42s. And if you run into any problems, Stealth Cam will replace it. I ran into that a couple years ago where one went bad and they replaced it free of charge. So go out and check out the G42ng or check it out on YouTube, do the reviews, and let me know what you think. Thanks.